Hey, how you doing? I'm Preston Aaron Hammonds. I want to introduce myself for the first time. Like, I made a video before, but anyways, this is my heart to yours. I just want to share love and light with the world. And again, so truly, gratefully thankful for going through what I went through to get to where I am today. The message today is a little controversial. It's a lot of people. I'm from United Pentecostal Church, Baptist, all kinds of different churches and what have you. Studied a lot of philosophies, a lot of different things, and as the Tao Te Ching, Buddhism, oneness, wholeness, mainly the mystical and gnosis teachings of old, the mysteries, the ancient mysteries, Egypt, and with the temple of Isis and Osiris and Anubis and different as Azrael. I actually had that angel visit me in meditation, and I had to look it up, and it said help from God. So I was like, wow, that's truly awesome. And it's also tied into the angel of death too, which is death, rebirth, regeneration, stepping from one timeline to another as we continue to climb and ascend here. Because this is Earth is a school and life is a lesson, right? So, all right. The main topic I want to talk about today is the fact that the second coming of Christ, right? There's a lot of people in churches I went to, second coming of Christ, they're like, some guy's going to come out of the sky, he's going to drop down, he's going to be like, hey, you know what, I'm here to help you and save you and take you off this planet and whatever. I mean, and that can work for some people, I suppose. I don't. I mean, I believed in it at one point because this is part of the matrix, part of the illusion to make you really hone in and get tunnel vision on what you're being told, right? Instead of going within and opening up the Akashic records and getting into the whole realm of who you really are, what you really stand for, and what your whole purpose is. And once you get to that point, then you realize, well, you know what? Hey, the whole thing about it is, I am who I am. I'm consciousness. You can't, and we're all energy. We're all matter, and matter cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. So, so grateful for signing up for this incarnation in this life, and I want to help people to overcome the obstacles and the things that they try to numb themselves and try to figure out ways to exit their life, sort of say, numb themselves, what have you. But the whole thing about it is this: look, Christ consciousness is the second coming of Christ. It's the way that it is, and it's the way it's going to be. And now we are ascending from the 3D realm to the 5D realm, which means that we're bringing the new heaven to earth, right? And we're ambassadors. We're on a mission for the Most High, and we need to be known. We're rulers and kings and queens and gods and goddesses, and my nose is itching like crazy right now. Anyways, I want you guys to know that the second coming of Christ is Christ consciousness. You becoming awake, spiritually awake, and you remember who you are. You remember your origins. You remember the things that you've signed up for. Through the Akashic records and through the situations in which you can help other people or even just benefit yourself, because we're all energy, and energy, regardless if you want to say, oh well, I can't really do much because I'm who I am and I'm the way I am and I don't have this and I don't have that. That's a lie. So don't believe that, and just know that you are meant for so much more, and that the fact of the matter is, right, that you are awakening to the spiritual realm, the spiritual being that you are, and understanding that in stark contrast to this phenomenal contrast that we live in, everything is, well, it's like Einstein said, the theory of relativity, right? So E equals mc squared, which means everything equally means something. And the whole thing about it is that we truly, truly, truly benefit from knowing ourselves, from going within, from all these things that we practice. And it's just like food, like you're eating the right food, right? So if you're eating the wrong foods, then you're gonna be unhealthy. You're not gonna have the energy you need. You're not gonna be whole. Like fruits and vegetables, you get life from it. And eating the meat, you know what I mean? Like there's trauma factors in there. There's all kinds of hormones that are activated in these different products. The way that the fluorides in the water, the way that they put preservatives in our food and create us to be dumbed down, really, be to the point to where we can't even think about anything else except for our next meal or what we got to do tomorrow or whatever. We're stuck in a box and we can't get out, and we want to know how. Well, I'm going to do my best to help you learn how to get out of the box, the Matrix, right? Just like Neo on the Matrix, And so everything's an algorithm. God's an algorithm. Our bodies are computes as an algorithm. All the different aspects of who we are and what's going on inside of us, you know what I mean? Like if you was to ask a person, say, hey, do you really know that God is God, right? Now, God embodies the masculine and the feminine, but I'm coming to a conclusion that God is a woman, right? Especially in Proverbs, the way that it's talked about how she will bring you life, she will give you insight, she will direct your steps according to, right? She will not leave you, she will not fail you. She's always there. So in reading that and coming into more and more of the high priest, the magician, all the queens in the tarot, right, and the kings and all the different things, that tools that we're given, right, to talk with our ancestors and get tapped in and get in tune. So mainly the whole thing about it is we truly, 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 truly are spiritual beings having a physical experience. And we are immortal beings. A lot of people don't like to think that way. Matter of fact, a lot of people don't even think about death. I mean, they that's a no. You know what I'm saying? So death is a celebration. It's a way of we either pass the level, right, or we didn't. We either graduate or we have to come back and do it. Just like if you was a kid in school and you flunked a grade, right, and you got to come back, you got to do it again until you finally figure out what it's all about, right? So my story is too stupid to make up. And if it was made up, then I would tell you, hey, this story is true that I'm making up, right? But I'm not. It's kind of like the difference between a fairy tale and a truck driver story, right? Fairy tale starts off once upon a time. Truck driver story starts off, this ain't no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So the fact of the matter is that we are all spiritual beings having a physical experience. And as time goes on, we begin to be isolated from the world, as a reset, a rebalance, a reorganization of who we are, what we are, and to cut out what no longer serves our highest good, right? That could be people, places, things, entities, whatever. It could be absolutely whatever, right? So the whole thing about you being you is to ask yourself a couple of questions. One, who am I really? Not what the world says that I am, not what the world tries to tell you to follow these constructs made by man's imagination, which is so far removed from God's intelligence and imagination that this is not even what he had in mind for mankind in the first place, right? And the second question is, what can I do to make my own life better, to be happy, to be at peace, to be calm, to not let these outside interferences dictate my mannerism or behavior, right? We have a lot of external factors that influence our behavior, and that's not, it doesn't coincide with the Spirit of God. It doesn't coincide with the Holy Spirit and Yahweh and Sophia. You know what I'm saying? It's just not, it's not universally appropriate for to be in a lower nature. Like for instance, like people that go to church, right? Dude, how do people that go to church really treat other people? I mean, do they really stop to think, like, maybe I should treat that person the way I want to be treated, right? And if I don't, are there any external consequences, internal consequences? Is there a reason that I'm treating this person or allowing this person to treat me the way that this interaction is going? Usually you just say, this conversation's killed. You know what I mean? So the whole thing about it is realizing and seeing in churches and seeing in the people, right, that we are all our own walk. You know, our journey is a journey for life. It's something we signed up for. It's something we came here for. It's something that we asked, hey, am I a person that's worth giving myself my time, right? Am I worth my own time? Why of course the world tells me I need to be this way and I need to be that way and I need to do this and I need to do that. I mean, all these things, right, that totally distract us from the spirit realm. Now, if you was to just, let's go down that road for a minute. You think about all the people in this world, right, and how they're chasing, what are they chasing? They chasing fulfillment, they chasing blessings, they chasing destruction, they chasing money, security, stability, right? That's a couple of common things that people normally want. But we only find our stability and our security in the whole aspect of universal laws and who we are as physical incarnations in this spiritual dynamic that we find ourselves in, right? So I just want to ask you, who do you want to be? What do you want to be?